Hi guys, it's Amy from Amy's Little Bit of Everything. How you doing? I'm doing all right. This is Amy's world. We do a little bit of everything around here. Sometimes crazy, sometimes not, sometimes silly, sometimes sad. But we hang in there and we keep going. And you can too. And I got my low-key bougie shirt on. Guess I could lower my camera, but then I'd cut my head off when I step back up. I'll just leave it there. All right, guys, jazz hands. Come on, give me some jazz hands. It makes you feel younger. Put a smile on your face. Makes you feel happy. Silk flappers and maybe a little fishy. And then fly away, butterfly. All right, guys, it's a little goofy around here, and we don't care. We got this life to live. We might as well live it the best and the happiest that we can. So, what I'm doing today, I got more sweet taters. There you go. There's that. Then, look what I have over here. I've got a box of apples. Those were absolutely free, and there's more where that came from. My cans are getting pretty filled up. I'm getting really low on cans. So what I think I'm going to have to do at this point is I'll go ahead and peel the apples, go ahead and have them cut up, and put them in the freezer. Because otherwise they'll just sit there and go bad, and I don't want them to go bad. At least if I can get them in the freezer, then I've got them frozen, ready to can later on, maybe this fall or later this winter, when my cans become available. I just saw that I had another one over there. I'm always scanning out. I'm like, oh yeah, we used that one the other night. But I still got a big thing of sweet potatoes left. So I'm going to do these, see where I'm at on that, maybe can some apples. I'd like to get some more pie filling in, but I don't know if I'm going to. But at this point, I think I might just freeze the apples, and then we'll go from there. So as usual, like I told you last time on the sweet potatoes, we've done this before, remember? Let me get me a tool here. I'm going to move these around. Oh, drop some water on the floor. I'm going to move him back in there a little bit. I'm just seeing if, oh yeah, the skin's starting to peel. What you want to do, the easiest I have found, and I know like you guys, I got to let this go a little bit longer. The easiest way I found, and I know everybody does everything differently, but on sweet potatoes, the easiest thing I have found is cut the bad spots off, cut the ends off where they have grown out, put them in some hot water, let them sit in that hot water for a while until the skin is just peels right off. It's easiest I have done. I've done it all different ways, and this way seems to be quickest and easiest. And with my apples, I'm just going to get my little handy dandy. Hold on. My little chopper here. This is the best thing, guys. I have done my little apple peeler. I'll put it up here so you can see it. Amazon. I think around 20 bucks. I bought this like maybe a couple years ago. But I'm not going to start the apples until I actually get this in the pressure cooker. Because remember, we got to do our sweet potatoes in the pressure cooker. That's the big boy. And it takes an hour and 30 minutes or an hour and 40 minutes. I can't remember. I got my book here. I could look, but I'll tell you in a little bit. But when that pressure cooker starts going with the sweet potatoes, and that's when I'm going to get the apples over here and start them. Because I'm going to try to get all this wiped out. Oh, Jeff said he's got more apples. I'll get at least this stuff wiped out today. Then he'll probably restock me, which I am so grateful for. We had apples, and I have canned them, and I put quite a bit away. But the other night, I was like, Lord, if you can bless me with just some more apples, and these are free. And I was like, I even wanted free ones. And I was like, and I even put on Facebook, my account, I said, if anybody's got a tree that's got apples that you're not going to be using, that you're just going to let them die, call me, and me and my husband will come and get them. Well, I got a few responses. One lady responded back and said, yeah, we got an apple tree. They're real small apples. They've not fallen to the ground yet. You'd have to bring a ladder. And she's just in the next town with me, so it'd be like an 8-minute drive. And I was like, oh, okay, I could go get a few. It sounded like she didn't have a lot, but just like a small tree. So I was like, all right, that sounds good. Then Jeff was working for the guy that he's been working with. And they have apple trees. And he said, they were talking, and he said, yeah, my wife's been picking apples. He was like, oh, where's she been picking? Because Amy wants to go. And I would have paid for them. I just wanted to go and pick them and, get them at the best price I could, if I could, but, whatever. And he said, yeah, my wife said she's done. You can come and get as much as you want. And Jeff was like, oh, okay. And he's like, and, just come and get them. That's all you got to do. And he said some had fallen to the ground, and he said you need a bigger ladder than what they got because all the ones at the top have not even been picked. He said, and those are perfect. So, me and Jeff will probably go later tonight, or this evening when he gets home. He's got to go to the doctor. His earache is worse. He got it in the left ear. It's now spread to the right ear. I'm feeling better. So whatever respiratory thing I had, and maybe it was just allergies. The farmers are getting ready to farm the fields around us. That always kills me. So I'm trying to stay as strong and as healthy as I can right now. And I'm not picking up Henry tomorrow. I was feeling great. My back is feeling way better. It's still a little stiff, but guys, I think that's just my disease. It's just something I got, my new normal. So I'm trucking on. Keep going. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. All right. So, and I know people always say you've got like a really high, like spaz attack. I've always been that way. I've always been kind of hyper. And then when I got sick, I slowed way down and everybody was like, oh, and I thought I'm getting older. Well, I found out I was sick. And so I was down for a couple of years. Well, now I'm feeling better and I have down days, but man, the days that I feel good, I'm going for it. I crashed the next day, but that's just life. That's a new normal. You turn 50 and everything goes. But I'm going to turn, I hate to say in 4 years I'll be 60. And I'm going to make 60 my... So, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just ignore me. I'm just blowing steam right now. But I think I always have like an upper happy attitude. I've always had a smile on my face. I've always been called Sunshine. I've had nicknames like that, most friendliest, all that stuff. And I carry it on. And then you add my prednisone and you add my inhaler. I'm really bouncing off the wall. All I've had today was 2 cups of coffee and now I'm drinking water. That's it. And I just have this, but then when I crash. But anyways, so that's the gist of what we're doing today. So I'm going to let these cook up a little bit. I got to get my jars washed. Let me grab them real quick. Jars that sit, and even brand new ones. Now these I've used, but yeah, now those don't smell bad, but whenever you get brand new ones out, they stink inside. So I'm like, I wash them anyways, but I was like, oh my gosh, that's awful. So you guys, I have these left, and I always have something to talk about. My husband's always like, and I'll say like I have a small like Temu haul or Dollar Tree or something, and he's like, oh, that won't even make you 5 minutes. Sorry. That won't even make you 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, watch me. I can make it a 20-minute video and still want to be talking. I like to talk. But anyways, I like to be quiet sometimes too. All right, so that's that jar. Then I do have this extra one over here. 5, 6, 7. I think that's all I can get in my pressure canner is 7. I always forget. I've been doing this for how long? I'm going to go ahead and clean up one more. I think I can only do 7. But now, so what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to wash my jars, have them all ready to go. All they'll have to do, because this is my big boy. This is my one that I'll have to sterilize them. So what I'll do from here, these might be getting done. And it doesn't matter how long the longer you go, the more it cooks them, which is fine. Oh yeah, that's peeling off pretty easy. Yeah, I think these are done. Okay, so what I'm going to do here I'm going to get these out. I'm going to get them peeled and ready to go. And then I have to dump this water out and get me new water boiling so that I'll be ready to put my jars in there to sterilize. Then I'll have to get the big boy pressure canner out. And, you know, I might make these with that brown sugar syrup. That would be a little bit different. I used my plain, you know, just my water base for my sweet potatoes. I use those for like sweet potato casserole, or if I'm mashing sweet potatoes. Oh, that's good too. I'll use those. But then my brown sugar ones with the syrup, I use those I'll just put them in a jar, heat them up, and we eat them. And you can even put them in like a bake them if you want. I got to find, where is that syrup? There's a syrup recipe. Oh, heck. This poor book has been dumped water on. Oh, here it is, page 16. Okay, so when you make the syrup for canning, you can either use regular sugar or brown sugar. For my sweet potatoes, I like to use brown sugar. So I usually, with me being a diabetic, they have extra light, medium, heavy, corn syrup, and honey. Oh gosh, I love the heavy, but that is like 4 1/4 cups of brown sugar. So we're not doing that. We'll do the light. The light is going to be 2 1/4 cups of sugar with 5 1/4 cups of water. And then you heat that up. Then when you cut up your sweet potatoes, you put them in your jar, then you use that syrup. Then you've already got the syrup and everything ready to go. I keep thinking, I have the the laundry going in there, and I have a shirt hanging in there. That's why if you see me keep going like that, because the shirts throw me off, I keep thinking somebody's standing there looking at me. I hate that feeling. And nobody's here, and if they were, my dogs would bark. But it still looks like someone's standing over there. I might have to go and move it. I'm weird like that. It's daytime. That's why I'm always like Halloween. Nah, I don't like scary, spooky things. My grandson, the scariest movie you can watch, because that's the way his mom is. She's always like the disgusting, and she left chainsaw or saw or something like that. She left that one time at our house. This has been like 8 years ago. 10 years ago. I don't even remember how long ago. She left it, or maybe longer than that. Probably longer than that. And me and Jeff was like, hey, you want to watch that movie? Holly said it was scary, but it's probably not that bad. Oh my God. We started it, and I was like, no way, I'm done. Oh, I don't do that. And he knows better than to do that to me. He brought in a frog the other day. A frog in my house. I mean, I love the outdoors. I love furry creatures, but frogs, lizards, snakes, they stay outside. Yeah. And I'm hoping little Henry don't like picking those things up when he grows up. All right. But yeah, he brought me a frog. He was like, look, Amy. And I was like, ah. I don't know why. I think it's because one of my cousins, when I was little, threw a lizard. It was the changing colored lizards. I can't remember what their name is. But he said that it changes colors. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Well, okay. And he threw it on me. It landed on my chest. My dad was alive then. And my dad about ripped a new one in the kid. He was like, oh, my dad had a temper when it come to us kids. But he let him have it. Oh, Richard Paul, he never threw another lizard on me. So, but I don't know if that's why I don't like them. Because, they're slimy. But anyways... Okay, Amy, it's not about you. It's about potatoes and my wonderful people. Party people in the house. Okay, stop. I did want to say, you guys, thank you for all the comments. You guys are so nice and so helpful. I mean, whenever I stick a question out there, you guys respond right back to me and say, hey, try this. Hey, I've done this. Hey, I've done that. I appreciate that. You do not know how much I appreciate that. I mean, I read them and I'm just like, I cannot believe this. I mean, I don't even know these people and they are so helpful and so kind. And I really appreciate it. I just want to let you guys know that I really do. I'm not faking it. I'm not a faker. I am, I'm me. So, but yeah, I really appreciate it. All right, so let's get this started. I'm gonna go ahead and get these peeled because they're ready to go. And then I can start my canning process and then work on the apple. So I'll be back in just a minute. And well, it'll seem like just a second like that to you, but it's probably gonna be, I started to look at the clock and I went like this. Probably gonna be half an hour to 45 minutes for me. All right, guys, talk to you later. See you in a bit. Bye. All right, guys, I'll catch you up to base where I'm at. Did you miss me? Hope so. I missed you. All right, I went ahead and used the brown sugar like I was going to do with the brown sugar syrup. I doubled it because I think I'll need to. So I went with the light syrup. I doubled the 2 1/4 cups of brown sugar, and then I doubled the 5 1/4 cups of water. So that is what I have going in here right now. So we'll bring that up to a boil. Once that comes up to a boil, I'm going to move this over onto my other hot pad, and then I'm going to put the pressure canner up here so that I'll be ready for it. Ow, I think I just broke a fingernail. So we're going to bring that up to a boil. Ooh, I better move that over. I have my jars washed and ready to go in the hot water. And then these are my lids, getting ready to boil them whenever I get ready to put them on top. I got all these cut up. I know I have brown spots, but it's just because it's been sitting here ready to be worked up. They're not bad. They're just, you know how they get the brown spots when they sit here. Ow, I did. I'm trying to grow my nails out, and I just can't during harvest season. Just had to rip a nail off. All right. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm going to go ahead and go get that going, and then I'll be back. Hi guys, I'm back. Did you miss me? I hope so. All right, now to the point to where I'm going to debubble them, because believe you me, it does make a difference. See how the liquid goes down? So you just go through, you debubble, and then you'll have to put a little bit more liquid in there because you want it to be an inch headspace. And for the ones who don't know what that is, which it's understandable because if you are not a canner, you may not know that. An inch headspace is that you want an inch. This is headspace. So you'll want an inch from there. See, I'm a little low on that one, and okay on that one, but I'm going to give it just a little more. And I have just a very little brown sugar liquid left. So we're going to go ahead and fill those up. Oh, thought I got some, but I didn't. So I'm going to get that one a little bit more. Get this one a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and cap these. And see, you got some vinegar. You're going to go around the edges because that sugar is really sticky. Go around this one. And this one. And my lids. Oh yeah, they're boiling. All right, now I'm going to do this one more time because it is brown sugar and it is sticky. And when I do this, I check my rims to make sure they're not cracked. Then, now some of you will get worried about me because I'm going to reach over and I will even, what I can do, I can move this for now. If anybody worries about me. Set it down here for now. And then I'll reach over and get my lids.
So I think that looks fine. For whatever I decide, if I haven't put anything in it yet.
Everything about canning is hot. So, you know, you just have to take precaution. Whoa, throw him back in there and get me another one.
Sectioned off.
That just didn't go there.
Glitter pens,
Okay.
neon metallics, my 3D.
I always like for him to
and then
sit in the hot water. It does make, I mean, to me it makes a difference. My mom always did it, and I'm doing it. Because I don't ever want to make anybody sick when they eat my food, and I know they don't want to get sick. set this in here. My water's getting warm over here now. I'm gonna start to turn it up a little bit.
Here I have my Jelly Roll
Okay.
metallics.
There goes that.
Pentel.
Now let's work on these two.
Brushes, Ohuhu, glitter markers, and Praxis cheese.
See how when you bubble, boy, it just
And
takes.
for these heads, they're supposed to be white heads.
Trying to stick him down there a little bit.
These I do not open.
It can suck that water right down. And it's funny because you think, how could bubbles do that? But look how much water it takes down. You don't want to get them too full. You want to make sure you've got that inch head space. Give them just a little bit more. Oh, that one looks like it's got enough juice. Give him a little bit more. All right, I think that's good. Oh gosh, I'm sticky right now, guys, so. Let me see about where I am. 20 minutes.
Okay. It looks like she
Alright. Let me clean this off real quick.
cleared her.
I'm gonna do it one more time because it is sticky.
Okay, let's try to go over something that I want to be done here.
Okay. Now I'm going to continue to do this with the rest and get it in the pressure cooker. I'll be right back. All right, guys. At this point, I've got my. It just seems like it's not tight enough, but it's whipped in there. At this point, I got my pressure canner. Going to bring it. Going to have these steam. Going to let them steam for 10 minutes. Set my timer for 10 minutes. Then put the little weights on there. Then I'll let it come up to pressure. Ours is 10. And then after it comes to 10, then I start the countdown for an hour and 30 minutes. I think that's what it was. An hour and 30 minutes. And then after that, I've got enough sweet potatoes. Well, I mean, I got more sweet potatoes, but for today, I got enough to probably do another 7 quart. And then, and while I'm cleaning up and doing this for an hour, I will be working on my apples. So I wanted to show that. I'm starting to sweat. I will show that before I end this video. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm starting on the apples. So here we go. I've got my little setup. I was trying to get it to where all the scraps can fall into this because the last time I dimpled the scraps and you know all that. So let me go through one. We'll see how far we can get. This is what I usually do. I stick them in my sink. Man, these apples look good. They smell good too. I haven't tried them yet. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to see how good they fiddle. And then I'm going to try this. This is first time putting this here. Oh, maybe I can't. Oh, I've got it too close. Well, I think it might work. It's better than what I have before. A little knife. Before it just falls all over the place. That way I just pick up a few pieces and drop them in there. I'm not real picky about it. You know how I am. I'm not, you know, if it, oh, they smell good. And so I'm not too worried about it. I will cook this down and have some juice. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut off these pieces. Go ahead and rinse that again. It's just a little easier.
I reached for these a lot, not just because I want to play with this case.
Just got this little spot right here.
Really like
That way, by the time I get ready to freeze these and get ready to make my apples, all I gotta do is get them out, thaw them, and they're ready to cook. And then I can can.
So that is super
Don't want any seeds in there, so just cleaning those out. Alrighty, so that's about it. I won't take up too much of the time doing that. I'll probably end the video here because you guys know that this will take some time. An hour and 30 minutes just for process. But it takes about a half an hour before we even can get up to that point. So, and then I will do my apples and freeze them for now. And that's where we're sitting for now. And I'm just waiting on Jeff to come home for some lunch. I'll talk to you guys later. Put a smile on your face. Put a smile on somebody else's face. It's a win-win situation. Who wouldn't want a world that everybody's smiling and having a better time? I know I do. And I know you do too. All right, guys. Have a God bless day. And until next video. Bye.